Yes, sir. You are clearly audible.
So yesterday, due to power cut, I have not completed my class. So today we proceed from the remaining parts. What we have left in our previous class. So uh, yesterday we have discussing about socialization. So for us socialization, we have discussed the meaning of socialization, then the different institution of socialization, then different stages of socialization. All about we have discussed in our yesterday class. So let's discuss the remaining part of the block one, that is the types of socialization. Am I audible, all of you?
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
sir.
So far as the type of socialization is concerned, there are primarily two types of socialization. There are two types. First one is primary socialization, and the second one is that is secondary socialization. So all the socialization can be categorized into two types, broadly into two groups, that is primary and secondary. So far as the primary socialization is concerned, basically it is related to our family. Primarily it is related to our family. Basically, the individuals who gains the social behaviors from the beginning from his families. Suppose the child feels hungry or thirst, he fulfills his demand from the family. That's why it is called that family is the primary institution for socialization. Through family, the child fulfills his primary needs or primary demands. What are the primary demands? It means it is his hungry, hungers, thirst. These are the basic needs for a child, and it is fulfilled by the family. That's why family is called as a primary socialization institution. Then another type of socialization, that is secondary socialization. So far as the secondary types of socialization concern, the most appropriate example is school. That is, school is a miniature society. Miniature society in this sense that here the particularly the teachers trains the mind of the individual, particularly the child. In the schools, we learn the skills how to earn our livelihood. So livelihood, am I audible, all of you? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Yes.
Yes,
So
sir.
so livelihood is one of the best examples of secondary type of socialization. So why we are learning? What is the basic purpose of our learning. Means we are learning for earning our livelihood. Means how we develop the learning skill by which after completion of our education we are able to earn our livelihood. We not depend upon others. Otherwise, how we became self realized, self realization, or self dependent. So it is the school or the secondary institution which provide all sorts of skills regarding the skill of learning to earn livelihood. So it is the school or the secondary social institution by which we are able to fulfill our secondary needs. So these are the two types of socialization so far as the types of socialization is concerned. So in the primary socialization, we can say that this particularly parents in the family, the primary agent of socialization in the family, particularly the members of the family, they are the agents. They act socializing agents. They play the vital roles. The member of the family, they play the vital roles. How to socialize the child. So you know that in the society, the human child has both type of instincts. It may be animal instincts or it may be human instincts. So our aim is how to socialize the human instincts within the individuals. So it is the primary aim of family or the member of our families to teach how to capture the social behavior, means the need of the society, to teach such type of that is skills or that is the needs, basic skills, how our child is able to cope cope up or adjust with the society. What are the essential skills? What are the essential principles? Or what are the essential rules and regulations by which our child can cope up with the society? By which they will able to adjust with the society. Maladjustment cannot be developed. So this is the family as the primary agent in order to socialize the child. So we have also I have also told you that what are the role of the school. Then next let's proceed to the next session, that is what are the theories of socialization. What are the theories of socialization? So there are so far as the theories of socialization is concerned, there are three types of theories the social scientists have developed. There are three types of theories. Here, the first one is Charles Hunt Coolidge theory of socialization. Charles H. Coolidge, the theory of socialization. The next, what happens whether I am audible or not? Some type of disturbance is coming from your side. So please uh, mute your phone. Then, so the first theory of socialization, which was developed by Charles H. Coolidge, who is one of the most American psychologists, sociologists, sorry, sociologist, not psychologist. He's American sociologist. And according to Pule, who developed one of the famous book, which is titled as Human Nature and Social Order. It is one of the most important books written by Charles Pule, whose name is Human Nature and Social Order. And in this book, Charles Pule explained that mind is a concept of looking glass cell. Means mind is just like a glass. Mind is looking just like a glass. It means, what is the purpose of a glass? Or what is the work of a glass? When we are sitting in front of a glass, we are looking ourselves. In front of a glass, we are looking our portrait, our figures. So the objectives of a glass is to reflect the same things. Likewise, Coolidge's glass self-socialization theory says that the child gains social qualities when he interact with the members of the society, when he communicate with the members of the society, or when he makes relationship with the members of the society, by which he develops the socialization quality. So in Pule's theory of socialization, he gives importance to three elements. Particularly, he gives importance to three elements. That is the imagination of our appearance to the other person. First one is the imagination of our appearance to the other person. Then second one is the imagination of his judgment of that appearance. And the last one is some sort of self-feeling, such as pride or mortification. So let us discuss the above point one by one. The first point, that the imagination of our appearance to other person. According to Pule, that social interaction or communication plays an important role in the development of individual personality. Exactly. So how social interaction took place? Means by communicating or communication. It is essential to communicate in order to socialize each other. So the most important thing is that social interaction and communication plays more important role in order to develop the personality of an individual and his behavioral patterns. That is the first point. The second point is that during our interaction with people, suppose we are interacting with our friends. So what we are interacting means on the basis of our judgment, what we are interacting. If we develop a feeling of pride, suppose we are interacting and we develop a feeling of pride that our teacher is a is having good personality. So we became pride. So here our behavior is appreciated. Here our behavior is appreciated. So when we judge a person by interacting, our judgment if develop a feeling of pride, then we appreciate that person or we like that person. Likewise, if our behavior denounce the person, sorry, if our behavior is denounced by the people, what happens? We dislike that person or that people. So these are the important elements of socialization. Theory of Pulley's theory of socialization. Pulley's theory of socialization. So what we learn from this theory? That we learn that when we appreciate a person or when we like a person, our behavior is socialized. According to Charles Pulley, our behavior is socialized. Likewise, when we denounced a person, then mortification comes or dislike it comes. So this is the basic principles of socialization according to Charles Pulley. So what are the primary organization in order to bring socialization or in order to bring the child socialized? So these are the primary institutions. These are the family, peer groups, neighborhoods. These are the main institution which plays crucial role, which plays important role in order to socialize the child. So this is the Pulley's theory of socialization. That is Pulley's theory of socialization. Then another theory of socialization, that is Mead's theory of socialization. George Herbert Mead, who is another famous social scientist. George Herbert Mead. So he explained that socialization is the result of action through our consciousness. So you know that within a child, the child mind has three layers. That is consciousness, pre-consciousness, and unconsciousness. So George Herbert Mead, in his theory of socialization, he gives importance to consciousness. That whatever we are doing in our day-to-day lives, whatever we are doing in our day-to-day life, it may be working, it may be singing, or it may be dancing. Whatever it may be, we are doing in our conscious mind. We are doing our conscious minds. And this conscious mind leads to important assumptions. These are the biological negligence of human organism, which forces the individual to work in cooperation with all each others in order to survive in the society. Means in order to survive in the society, what we have to do means we have to act, we have to play the role in our consciousness. So those actions within and among human organisms that facilitate their cooperation that ensure survival. So let give me an example that Darwin's theory of Charles Darwin's theory of evolution. We are all concerned about it that fittest are only survives. Those they are fittest in the society, they have survived. Otherwise, they may be destroyed. They may be dead. Likewise, the, the condition of dinosaurs. What happens? Why dinosaurs have not existed in the society? Because they do not cope up with the society due to the degradation of the environment. So, MES theory of socialization suggests that only fittest, those individuals who are fittest, they can be survived. They can be survived in the society. Have you understand or not? Whether you are understanding or not? All of you.
Yes, sir.
Yes,
So,
sir.
according to George Herbert, those individuals who are fittest, who are struggling for survive, they can survive. Without struggling, man cannot be survive. So these are the myths Herbert's theory of socialization. Then another theory of socialization, which is which is one of the most important theory of socialization, that is Sigmund Freud's psychoanalysis type of socialization, psychoanalytical type of socialization, psychoanalytical type of or theory of socialization. It is otherwise called as psychoanalytic theory of socialization. So Sigmund Freud is one of the most famous sociologist as well as psychologist, and he develops psychoanalytic theory of socialization, psychoanalytic theory of socialization. And according to Sigmund Freud, the theory of socialization that forms human personality means there are three types of there are three principles according to Sigmund Freud, that every individual possesses. What are these principles? That every conscious action has a cause in the unconscious. Means every conscious action has a cause. Means every action has a cause. It means the cause has, every action has a reaction. So according to Freud, the major part of human personality is formed in childhood. So if we go to the stages of development of a child, there are infancy, early childhood, later childhood, and adolescence or adulthood. So, according to Freud, it is early childhood in which stage most of the conscious personality develops. Human personality is formed in the early childhood. And in this sense, Sigmund Freud categorized the human minds into three regions. It means, suppose for example, let for an example that an iceberg, an iceberg. So you know, all of you know what is the meaning of iceberg. So if we compare the mind of the individual with a piece of iceberg, then the surface level of the iceberg, the surface level is the conscious region, is the conscious region, and the middle level of this iceberg is pre-consciousness, and the bottom level, the bottom part is the unconsciousness. So Sigmund Freud divides the human mind into three regions, that is consciousness, pre-consciousness, and unconsciousness. And what we are doing, the activities, that is consciousness. And this consciousness is only one tenth of our mind, and the remaining part is unconscious. It means whatever we are doing in our conscious mind, it is only 1/10%, 1/10%, and the remaining works we are doing in our unconsciousness. So the conscious region of mind relates to the present events and activities. According to Sigmund Freud, whatever we are doing in our consciousness, or whatever we are doing, what type of activities we are doing in our conscious mind. And the pre-conscious region, which stores memories, it is the storehouse of memories. Pre-consciousness is the storehouse of memories, and all the incidents that happens, they are remain in our pre-consciousness. And when we recall that incidents or a series of incidents, then it becomes consciousness. Then the last part is unconsciousness, where all the repressed desires they are stored in our unconscious minds. They are stored in our unconscious minds. So these are the Sigmund Freud's psychoanalytic theory of socialization. Then what are the agency of socialization? What are the agency of socialization? So far as the agency of socialization is concerned, so there are four agencies of socialization. One is family, another is peer group, then school, the last one is neighborhood. So these are the four agencies which plays vital role in order to socialize the behavior of the individual. So let's discuss the first one is family. Probably we have discussed about in our previous class that role of my family. Means family is a smallest unit of society. It is a smallest unit of society and represents all respects. It is the locus of early socialization or the basic unit of socialization. Family is the basic unit of socialization where values of cultures, ideas, and customs all are preserved. And the basic requirement is we have to involve. Yes. So we have to involve in process in the family in order to socialize this side. So in the family, learning takes place with effective orientation of the parents towards their child. So it is the parents whose role is very much important, whose role is very much pivotal in order to orient the child, in order to socialize the child. Then another is peer group or the peer mates. So children like to play with their peer groups or with their mates or peers. So in the primitive ages, these peer groups is also plays one of the more important role in order to socialize this child. It means particularly those who are popular learn to think positively in playing together because children are fond of playing. So when they are playing with each other or with their peer groups, they learn most of the social behavior. Means the skill of respect, the skill of organizing. So all the qualities are developed when they are playing with their peer groups. So this is the peer group. So the role of peer group in order to socialize the child is very simple now. It's very important. Here, the child learns many things. He learns how to respect to elders or how to gain or how to learn specific rules. What are the social rules, regulations? These are the skills that the child gains through their peer groups. Then the another agency is school. No doubt we know the role of this school. What is the role of a school? School is a miniature society, and it is the secondary institution where the teacher, particularly the teacher's role is very important because they train the learning skill to the child. They train how to learn by which they can be able to earn their livelihood after completion of their education, how to choose their vocation, how to choose their curriculum. All the skills which were developed by the school through the teachers. So then the last one, last agency, that is the mass media or the means of modern society. So in modern society, the means of mass communication such as television, radio, newspaper, books, audiovisual cassettes, etc., which plays very important role in order to socialize the child. These are the modern technology. These are the modern technology which plays important role in order to socialize the child. The most important thing that mass media is the message that is projected. So in the traditional times or in the primitive times, primitive ages, when the mass media was not developed. So how knowledge circulated? It is through manual. It is through manual. Means we are preserving our our traditions, customs, religions through books. We are preserving, and by learning the books, we are able to gain such information. But when the mass media develops by using our modern technology, within a few minutes, through televisions, through radios, through internet, we are able to access everything within a second. So now the age is called as the more technology based society or the techno oriented society. We are using technology very we are using technology very much. So technology help us to access everything within a few minutes. So these are the four types of agencies which plays important role in order to socialize the child. Then the another thing that is your wait 1 minute. That is social change. So what is social change? Who can say? Can you say what is social change? Hello. Hello. So social change means social change means what? Means deviation from the existing pattern. That is social change. Deviation from the existing pattern or existing structures is called as socialization. But social change. So generally we say that change is the law of nature. It means everything have to change once upon a time. So social change refers to change in the human society. Change in the human society. It may be taken place in a alteration as occurs in the structures and function of the society. So it is otherwise called as alteration, which occurs on the structure and functions of the society. Hello, am I audible or not?
Yes,
Yes, sir.
So whether you are understanding or not, have you
sir.
understood or not?
Yes, sir. But sir, it is the alternate for
So
sir progressive change in social behavior of human over time.
yes, yes, that is socialization. Social change means deviation from the existing pattern. Suppose, suppose in a suppose suppose for example, it is more. It is two types. One is a horizontal change, another is vertical change. Suppose, for example, suppose lower caste people, that is the people who got a higher job. So his change in his caste, one type of change, of course, which is called as change, one type of social change. So social change has also been viewed as a branch of cultural changing, or it is one type of change that occurs in the society. Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
So in social change, there are two major theories to explain. That is the theory of economic determinism, which is associated with Karl Marx. Theory of economic determinism. And another is that is the functionalist structural theory. Functional structural theory. These are the two types of theories which plays major role in order to explain the social change. So the theory of economic determinism is associated with Karl Marx, who hold the primacy of economic factors in determining the nature of social, political, and intellectual life generally. They consider that economic structure of society are the base and all other sphere of life as structures, and affirms that a change occurring in this base to determine in the ultimate analysis the shape of the structure of the society. So according to Karl Marx, theory of economic determinism, it is the cause of social changes. So economy also plays important role in order to bring social change. Economics, particularly economics, plays important role in order to bring social change. Then the functionalist theory of social change denies any deterministic role of the economic structure of society. Means the functionalist theory denies what Karl Marx says, that economic determinism plays the role of social change. According to functionalist theory, the equal weight of all sphere of life that views society as a social system consisting of different parts. Means society is a social sphere and it consists of different parts, and changes occurring in one part lead to changes in other parts, which is in the social systems. So the social system always intend to achieve equilibrium. So social change always intend to achieve equilibrium, means balance, one kind of moving equilibrium. Okay? So these are the two types of theories which bring socialization. Then so this is the all about your first block what we have left in our yesterday class. So let's to proceed to the second block of our discussion, that is economics of education. The second block, that is economics of education. So in this block we learn That is, what is the rate of return to education, the benefits of return to education, what are the indirect and direct return to education, all about. So the concept of economics of education, it is related to economics. It is related to economics. So, in order to let's proceed. In order to get education, or education involves cost. For example, suppose we want to got a degree, so we have to invest some money. So this cost may be in the form of what? We invest money. Suppose the cost of money may be for development of infrastructure, or paying salary of the teaching staff, non-teaching staff, or employees, of etc. So why we are spending money, or why we are collecting money? Because we are collecting money in order to develop our infrastructures, or to provide salary to teaching staff and non-teaching staff of the institution. So in order to fulfill this demand, we need some money. So why? Because of to improve the quality of education, or to provide quality education. So in this unit, we discussed the rate of return to education. Actually, the rate of return to education means it is universally accepted. Okay? It is universally accepted that a valid education in incurred expenditure means, in order to give a quality education, it needs some expenditure, which is productive investment. So if we analyze that education as an investment, naturally it is suggested productive investment. We are what we are invest, it is productive in nature. Means it must have returns. It must have returns. And the return must be beneficiary to the person. For example, educational expenditure give rise to a large variety of economic benefits. So we are make expenditures in education, which has varied benefits. That is, these benefits may be, first, that is the monetary benefits, the non-monetary benefits, and the private sorry, the monetary benefits and the non-monetary benefits. These are the two type of benefits what we gains in educational expenditures. What is the monetary benefits? What is the monetary benefits? So the monetary benefits means the return to education. The return to education. Suppose we ex we expenditure. Suppose we spend some money in a degree. So what is return? Means after completing the course, we got a job. Suppose we got a job. So it is the return. It is the monetary. It is the monetary return that we spend some money, and after our education we got a job and we got money return. That is called monetary benefits. The rate of return. Then the non-monetary benefits. Sorry, the non-monetary benefits is that is the consumption of learning. That is the consumption of learning. It means we learn, we gain some knowledge, we spend money, but can knowledge return? It is within us. So that's why it is called non-monetary benefits. We spend some money in order to gain some knowledge. This knowledge may be direct consumption, or it makes an opportunity to lead the full life or to lead a holistic life. Okay, so these are the monetary and non-monetary benefits. There are likewise some other forms of benefits. These may be intergenerational benefits. It may be your private benefits. It may be indirect or external benefits. All are comes under the economic benefits of the education. Next, am I audible, all of you? Hello.
Yes,
Yes,
sir.
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 Yes,
Uh,
sir.
okay. Told. Hello. So next, that is cost effectiveness and cost effectiveness. Cost and cost effectiveness. So cost and cost effectiveness is also an economic terms. That is the cost effectiveness or cost benefit analysis. The cost benefit analysis. So in education, what is the meaning of cost benefit analysis? For example, suppose a vendor start a business. It may be vegetables. So when the vendor start vegetable business, in the beginning he has to lose the something. He has to lose something. It means he has to spend money but got less benefits. How? You can ask me how? It means the vendor when start their business in the market, he is unknown. In the beginning, he is unknown. No one knows him. And when he start business, he has to mix relation with some person. That's why he has to sell their vegetable in a cheap rates. Actually, in their margin rates, without aiming any in any benefits or any benefits. It is in the beginning period or in the beginning time. But when he make a place in the market or when his demand increases, that that person sells good vegetables. It is told by the people that we got good vegetables from that person. So the person's demand increases. So at that time, he does not face any loss because his demand increases. It means he is popularized in the market. So in education, cost benefit analysis means when we are spending some money in the education, we do not get returns immediately. We do not get returns immediately. It means it is a deliberate process. It is a lingering process. The return comes, it takes some times. Maybe till the completion of course, or it may be till the provision comes. So this is called the cost benefit analysis in education. So in cost benefit analysis, there are two types of cost. One is direct cost, another is indirect cost. One is direct cost and another is indirect cost. So what is direct cost? So far as the direct cost is concerned, it consists of expenditure. It consists of expenditure, especially incurred by the students or their families and the educational institution or education. It is direct cost. The students and their families incur expenditure on account of tuition fees, books, additional cost, hostels, etc. Spending money for their clothing, transportation, etc. So it is direct cost, means money has been spent directly in order to purchase such commodities, that is books, in order to give tuition fees, etc. These are the direct cost which the family has to bear. So far as the indirect cost is concerned, it is called as the opportunity cost of education. It is called as the opportunity cost of education. What is the opportunity cost of education? Means it consists of the cost of earning by the students. Means if we after completion of our education, if we are able to earn our livelihood, we are able to earn our livelihood, it is called indirect cost. Okay, are you feel boring? No. Whether procedure here we have to stop. No.
Yes, sir.
You please continue, sir. Sir, sir, please continue.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, okay. So these are the indirect cost of education. So then what is the private cost of education? One is direct cost, another is indirect cost, then third one is private cost of education. The private cost of education, it includes all expenditures incurred by the students or parents to meet the tuition cost, non-tuition cost, earning cost, etc. It means while estimating the tuition cost paid by the students, normally we deduct from the fees paid financial aid or scholarship, etc., which are received by students. It means in other words, only the net tuition costs are included in private cost of education. So private cost means the cost of tuition fees. It is the tuition fees or the non-tuition private cost, that is purchasing of books, sanitary equipments, maintenance of students or boarding, lodging. These are the private cost of education. Means we are spending money privately. It is our own interest. It is our own interest. Then the social cost of education. The social cost of education. What is the social cost of education? Means the social cost of education is sum total of private and the institutional cost of education. It is the sum total of private and institutional cost. It means the private cost. What is private cost? Means the net tuition cost, non-tuition cost, etc. And the institutional cost consists of both current or operating cost and the capital cost of education by the school or society. Capital cost of education borne by the school or society. So the social cost means the sum total of private cost as well as institutional cost. We spend for our social purposes. Then the unity cost, the another type of cost, that is unit cost in education. It means the cost of education per unit. It is the cost of education per unit. It is generally calculated per students enrolled. That is the unit cost, which is calculated by per students enrolled. It is also calculated by per graduate students, per course, and for institutions. Okay, it means it is the total cost of education by the total number of students. Suppose in an institution there are 20 number of students and each students bear the unity cost individually, which are called the unit cost of education. Okay.
Yes, sir.
So
Let us stop here. We will discuss in the next class.
next class. Yes, we have to stop here. We have to stop here. Thank you for your joining. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank
Thank you.
thank you, sir.
Yes.
Thank you.
Thank you.
पागलों तो पाए ओ सुंदरता